How does the BB hold up? Any issues? Hambini claims that the Cervelo has bad bottom brackets.
Hello Hambini fans and welcome. Clearly visible that this bottom bracket, even before measuring, is oval.
I'm using a BB Infinite BB. So far, I don't have any issue with that.
Welcome back to another video, guys. Today I'm here with Boon and a Cervelo S5, second one on my channel. The first one was when I very first started YouTube. So this S5 is in a, what color is this? Like a green chameleon?
It's called iron oxide.
Iron oxide. Yeah. Wow, nice, man. And it has the latest Duraace Groupset. So before we go into the bike, Boon, thank you so much for coming on my show. Could you please introduce yourself and run us through your bike?
Hi everybody, I'm Boon. Thanks Oompa Loompa for having me. Okay, my bike is a S5 Iron Oxide 2022 edition. I custom built this bike with ProCycle. It comes with a Duraace Chopspeed 5236 front chainring, 1130 cassette.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
And
so,
you have Enve wheels as well, man.
Yes, I'm using an Enve 56S, front 50, behind 62.
Okay.
And my wheels are a Conti GP 5000, 25cc in the front, 28cc at the back.
Right. And how long have you been riding?
I've been riding since August 2021, quite recent.
Oh, August.
Yeah.
And is this your first bike or you've owned different bikes?
No, this is my second bike. My first bike was a Specialized SL6.
Right. Yeah. And why do you decide to buy a Cervelo S5 from the SL6?
So SL6 is pretty much a climbing bike. I can't obtain as much speed as I desired, so I was told by friends that maybe I should consider an aero bike. So I went into this aero bike, and while looking for aero bike, actually one cycling team that I look a lot into is Jumbo Visma, and see them using this bike. So that's how I really started looking into Cervelo S5, and finally got that Cervelo S5 myself.
Was this the only aero bike that you're looking for, or were there other choices?
It was split between S5 and SL7, but SL7 is more of like a hybrid. So I decided to go all aero. So I moved into S5 eventually.
What is your height and the frame size?
Okay, my height is 175 cm, and this frame size is 54.
Okay. Is it one size smaller or just the right size?
It's just the right size, and in fact, a lot of people are telling me to get one size smaller to optimize the aero. One reason why I didn't is because if I were to get a 51 or 52, my fork will have to be elevated slightly, whereas this is more slam, and it's meant to be this way. Sure.
So do you buy this bike as a complete bike, or is it a piece by piece? You buy the frame and you buy the components?
Yeah, so I got the frame from ProCycle, and everything else I got ProCycle to help me procure, and it's actually custom built to what I want.
What is the weight of the bike?
The bike currently weighs about 8 kg.
8 kg.
Yes.
Okay, that's quite okay. Actually, my bike, aero bike, also weighs around 8 kg because you have like deep wheels and it's an aero frame, right?
Yeah.
And I think one very key or the highlight of the S5 is the handlebars here. I think when they first came out with this, it was one of the most revolutionary looking handlebar.
Exactly.
This is a 2021 frame.
2021, but the color is 2022.
I see.
Yep.
And before we go into details of the bike, the stem is slam, and I think before we were filming, you said that you wanted this to be flush with the top tilt, which looks very nice, but the drop is so extreme, man. Do you get back pains?
Initially, yes, but one good thing about ProCycle is when I buy the bike with them, they actually do a bike fit for me. So with adjustments and getting used to it, the back pain eventually went off. Yeah.
Wow. So can you do very long rides with this? Like, are you comfortable?
So far, my longest ride is about 110 click only.
Okay.
So I can't comment much about this.
Yeah.
Yeah. But until I do a 200 click, probably I will know.
Probably need to go to physiotherapist after that. And why the Enve SES56 and this Chris King R45?
Yes, Chris King R45 ceramic. Why Enve? Because just the looks. I feel Enve goes well with my Cervelo. So yeah.
Okay. and you have an OSPW. I always pick
Yep.
people and pinpoint the OSPW. So the question is, why a ceramic speed pulley, and does it make any difference?
To be honest, it's my first time using OSPW, so it's very much experimental for me. So far, I do feel some gains lah, to be honest.
Right.
It does feel a little bit easier, especially during climbing.
Okay, and you also have the power mirror saddle.
Yep.
I also have a very controversial take, but what is your opinion on this saddle?
Purely for comfort, but so far of all the saddles I tried, this is definitely the most comfortable lah. But whether it's worth the price or not is another question totally.
Do you pay full retail price, or was it second hand?
Full retail price. I got it just happened when T3 has stopped.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, and you have Cervelo electronics.
Yep.
And the Duraace Groupset. Have you tried the previous Shimano Groupset, and this is the new 12-speed, right? A lot of people I interview who have this, they said the shifting, as in from the front chainring to the small chainring at front, they don't feel any difference. So is it really true that it's very seamless?
To be frank, this is my first time using a Di2.
Oh, okay.
So previously I was using Ultigra Mechanic, and the shifting is a lot better, a lot faster lah. So I can't comment as well on that.
Yeah, okay. And overall, how is this frame both on flats and the climbs?
Flat wise is really fast. It's stiff. It's very stiff, and I can feel the aero gain. I mean the speed gain when I was cycling. Climb wise, a little bit heavier as compared to my SL6. I have to use a little bit more power when I climb, but overall it's still manageable. I must say.
And you have a BB Infinite just now. I looked at it. Why did you get a BB Infinite?
So I used BB Infinite before from my SL6 days, and it's pretty good. It's pretty smooth. So I decided to go for BB Infinite. But although it's not my first choice, my first choice was a Ceramic Speed BB, which actually the shipping came in late. So in order to start riding first, I actually bought a BB Infinite to stand in.
And it's a ceramic bearing.
Yep, ceramic bearing.
I also have BB Infinite, but mine is the normal steel bearing. I actually bought it directly from BB Infinite himself,
Cool.
Gary, who is the owner of BB Infinite. Where do you get your BB Infinite, and how much was it?
I got it from Chapter 2 Cycle. I got it about 300 plus, 360 if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I always tell people, like, the BB is also one of the very key components of the bike that you should upgrade, because it's a moving part where you pedal your bike,
Exactly.
right? And it's very smooth. You can actually feel it. Would you recommend anyone to get a BB Infinite or Seabass, Ceramic Speed, BB?
BB Infinite is definitely good and smooth, and it really helps improve my ride quality. Whereas other BBs I haven't tried before, only BB Infinite and the standard Shimano BB.
Yeah.
There's a huge jump in between.
Actually, I heard the Ceramic Speed one is also pretty good, but very, very pricey, I think. I think the
Yeah.
Ceramic Speed one is, the BB Infinite slightly cheaper.
Slightly cheaper.
Yeah, and
that's right.
one key feature of the S5 as well is this part, the down, is this called the down tube? What's this called? The seat tube.
Yeah.
It's curved in so that the wheelbase is shorter, right? This part kind of looks very, very tight.
Very, very tight, yeah.
So what is the maximum that you can fit in on these wheels, these tires?
Maximum is a 28.
Okay.
So I had a 28 at the back. Front is 25. Yeah. So you see, at 28 is really very, very tight. If I ever kena any nails, I think my frame will be jalat.
Yeah. Okay. And what do you dislike about the bike?
To be frank, at this moment, no complaints. But if one thing I really have to, make amends is how I can reduce the weight a little bit to make my climb easier. Yeah.
I think generally aero bikes, I mean, they're aero for a reason. They're not meant for
Correct.
climbing, right? So even my bike, aero bike, I find it difficult with climbs. We have the same wheel set. My trouble with this wheel set is it's a bit too deep. So acceleration it takes a lot of time. Do you face the same issue?
Not really. Previously, when I was using a Rovel C38, it's a thinner profile rims, but I didn't feel much of a difference in terms of acceleration Whereas a deeper profile actually give me better speed and keeping speeds.
Yeah.
Maybe also because I'm slightly more towards a power kind of a rider.
Okay. Would you consider this as your dream bike, or is there some other bike that you would want to get?
This is definitely for now my dream bike.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you'll be upgrading to another one?
Yeah, I wouldn't be upgrading anytime soon unless I see another bike that really catch my eyes.
And just now when I was pushing your bike over, the radius of the turning, right, is limited, just like the Madone, right? Once you hit a certain angle, it gets
That's
stuck. I mean, anyway, on road bikes you don't turn so much, right? You lean your body. But how does it stop? Is there some stopper somewhere, or?
Yep, I think it comes with the design of this frame itself.
Okay.
Because for Cervelo, the controversial part is the front turning radius, where it turns the entire fork along with the stem. So yeah, I saw quite a bit of review, overseas review, that they have this turning radius issue, but so far, I mean, it doesn't affect the ride lah, because you won't be turning 180 degree exactly.
Yeah, it looks super aero from the front, man. It's so thin here and it goes wide, it bows out, right? It looks super aero. We'll move on to the Instagram Q&A. If you guys want to follow me, if you guys want to ask your questions, follow me on Instagram and you get the chance. So Boon, we have a lot of questions. I hope you are ready to answer them.
I'll try my best.
The first one is, what is the riding performance like?
It's definitely very fast, aero, stiff, I must say, very stiff. And I mean, I can't say much because I have only ridden two bikes, SL6 and this. It's definitely much faster than an SL6.
When you shared me the photo, you were having a Camelback thermal bottle. I'm actually using the same one.
Yep.
So the question is, why such an ugly large bottle?
It's a thermal bottle, and I got it at a discounted price, actually, from Changi Cycle back then.
Actually, I like that bottle because when you drink water, you just have to squeeze it, right?
Exactly.
And then the water shoots out. But like, yeah, the downside is it's a bit chunky, not like the Aero bottles. But and I don't find that thermal thing to work. I put like cold water, right?
Oh, yeah.
After a few 5 minutes, it just becomes warm again. It doesn't really work.
Exactly, and it condenses a lot.
Yeah. So if anyone wants to buy, don't buy the thermal one, man. Just get the normal bottle. Is that a Superman level reach? Because the reach looks very long. What is your angle? What is the length of the stem?
It's 100 mm stem.
How does it come from here to the top? Is it?
To the top, yeah.
Oh,
I believe.
okay. So is it overstretched for you? Because I think from pictures it looks like very reach. The reach is very long.
Yeah, initially when I do my bike fit with Pro Cycle, we do a pre-bike fit. So during the pre-bike fit, the measurements all looks okay. So, however, when I got the bike, on my first ride, I do experience back pain and all. But then I went back to Pro Cycle. After some adjustment, it's a lot better.
So before you buy the bike, Pro Cycle has a trainer, so to speak, and then you fit on it, and then
the owner himself, Darren, actually.
Oh, okay. He's a bike fitter, right?
Yeah, he's a bike fitter.
So then he will recommend which frame to go for.
That's right.
Because I always get the question, a lot of people DM me on Instagram like, hey, bro, I want to get this bike. What size do you think fits for me? And I normally tell them, you got to know what is your inseam, your height, whatsoever, and then from there you look at the chart of that manufacturer and then you kind of gauge. But I think it's better to always get either the same size or downsize if you're in between, so that you can play around with the setting.
One thing about S5 is there's nothing much you can play around because it's all like semi-integrated stuff. If you want to play around with the stem, you have to buy another similar stem, just shorter from
buy
the
whole
website.
thing, right?
Yeah.
What is the length? What's the width of the handlebar?
42. But of course, if given a choice, I would take 40 for
40?
the aeroness.
Yeah, so that's the problem in integrated cockpit, right? You want to change, it's going to cost you a bomb because you have to change the whole thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Actually, for S5, it's not integrated, but it's semi because you can actually remove it. There are some hidden screws to remove it.
What is this for? Just to change the bar, is it?
Yeah, just to remove the bar if you want to.
So it's not really one piece lah.
Yeah,
you can
it's
change.
2 piece, but then because of the design, you can't get it from anywhere else. You have to buy back from Cervelo. Yeah.
Can you put a chocolate bar through the stem? It's actually very huge. I took a photo on my Instagram. My whole fingers can go through. It's huge, man. Do you feel any aero benefit of this?
As an overall I mean, I can't say for sure just the stem itself or the bar itself, but overall, I guess it contributes.
Yeah. Do you like the looks of your handlebar compared to the usual integrated handlebar?
Definitely a yes. Another reason I got this bike is because of the handlebar.
If I were to get this bike, what is the price I should declare to my wife or girlfriend to not lose her?
I told my wife this is 2,000-3,000.
Can I include this in the video?
Yeah, sure. But actually, I'm not wrong. 2,000-3,000 is how you read it, right? 2,000-3,000.
Oh my god, after this video, you better declare to her first. What kind of bar tip is this?
This is a Silka Nastro. It's a pretty good bar tip actually. I read it a lot online. I would say it's very grippy, and it's actually thick enough to provide you sufficient cushion.
How does the BB hold up? Any issues? Hambini claims that the Cervelo has bad bottom brackets.
Hello Hambini fans and welcome. In today's episode we have another bicycle frame and another problem. The issues affecting this frame are not isolated purely to the R2 model. I've had a few of these frames with very similar issues, but I just haven't made videos about them. This is the first frame where I've done that, but this affects the R2, the R3, the R5, the S3 and the S5. Clearly visible that this bottom bracket, even before measuring, is oval.
I'm using a BB Infinite BB. So far, I don't have any issue with that. And previously, I'm using it on an SL6 for about 3 months, and it doesn't give any problem. So,
does it creak?
So far, I haven't experienced that.
Okay, so no creaking.
No creaking.
Do you know if this is a one-piece bottom bracket?
Yeah, it's a one-piece bottom bracket.
Right. I think BB Infinite is special in the sense they have one-piece bottom bracket, so I doubt there will be any creaking. So it's very tight. 12-speed DI2. Any tangible benefit or difference?
It shifts very fast, I must say, and it's really efficient to ride on, I must say, compared to 11-speed. Maybe because previously I'm using only an Ultegra mechanic. Yeah.
I think you feel the most difference, especially if you're coming from a mechanical to a DI2, because it's very seamless, the shifting. Seamless in the sense that when you shift, you don't have to push the whole lever in, you just tap it and then it shifts, and it's very quick. Do people straight away buy high-end bikes, or do they slowly upgrade? So
for SL6 wise, my previous bike, I actually slowly upgrade my way. I bought a stock SL6 with 105 Groupset, and I slowly move it out to Ultegra mechanic. And I think that process eventually gave me a lot of headache because I have to move my bike here and there to the mechanic to upgrade and all. So when I built this bike, I thought I just do my dream build once and for all.
Why this is not tan wall, this is cream walls?
Yep.
Why do you choose this over the normal black ones?
Okay, there's a story behind this because my bike group, all of us are using a cream wall tire, be it the Victoria Corsa or the latest one of us is this GP5000. So yeah, that's the reason why I got the cream wall.
Is the price the same, or is there you need to pay a bit more for this?
Cream wall is newer, so I suppose it's slightly premium. But I got it online from a website, Bike Bug, if I'm not wrong. It's slightly cheaper.
I actually bought cream walls on my bike, and it looks like shit on my bike. Because I got way too many stickers going on. I actually bought the Taobao Enve stickers, and then I think it's just overkill. I think the tan wall looks a bit nicer. It looks more premium compared to the cream one. This is the new GP5000 cream anyway. Okay, so that is the end of the video, guys. Thank you for submitting all your questions. If you want to feature your bike, DM me on Instagram, follow me there. I'm also on Discord. We have a conversation there. And Boon, thank you so much for coming out, man.
Thanks.
I hope to see you on the roads and see your other new bikes if you have any.